beef, split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carryout, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelry, Lincoln and Grand Island, SauterHeyman.com.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We'll see a slight chance of scattered thunderstorms by later this afternoon. Otherwise, partly cloudy with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at 15 to 25. Partly cloudy tonight with a low down to around 60. We'll see a little more sunshine as we get into our Friday and warm up just a tad more with a high of 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
That it is. Welcome to it. A beautiful Thursday. Glad you're along with us. Glad to be back in studio. I know we enjoyed our time at Cedars yesterday. Great day for it, Strick. Could not have asked for better.
Couldn't ask for a better day. I mean, it was warm with a slight breeze. It wasn't crazy hot sitting out there, but getting an opportunity just to get some fresh air and be out with the people. All of the honks that people, drove by and just shouted out, the text line, let us know that they were coming by, and they did. Those that drove up shook hands and got involved, and hopefully the one that won the Will Shields shirt, those that came in and put their bid in for that, as well as the football. So it was just wonderful. It was great to just see what Lincoln did.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I want to start the show, Strick, by saying thank you to the ticket community, to our listeners, but also just to Lincoln for everything that Lincoln did. Jake sent out some stats, and I'll get to the Cedars ones in a sec, but overall, as a city, $7.4 million raised for nonprofits in Lincoln. Again, this money isn't getting sent somewhere else. That's $7.4 million of investment in this Lincoln community. That's fantastic. Lincoln, pat yourself on the back. Well done. So Cedars, their goal going into Give to Lincoln Day was to raise $300,000. The bulk of that, if not all of it, going toward their carriage house project for the pregnant ladies and the
young mothers.
young mothers. That was their goal, $300,000 for their carriage house for young mothers. That's the goal. Blew it out of the water. $424,000 to Cedars for Give to Lincoln Day.
Yeah.
Well done, Lincoln.
Well done. And you know, I think they hit that mark at like 12:30. So, you know, with the crew, all of you guys that drive and the early morning break and just Vershawn and the crew and the captains and the water cooler, just everybody that got it started, you know, just helped out in that process, as well as just those that had put in their bids. And it was fun to also just be able to give a little bit myself to be a part of what you guys have done, man. I'm just excited to see what's next for them and what they're doing. And we're extremely honored to be partnered with them. And guess what? Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul.
Yes, sir.
27th at Pine Lake. They showed up, donated some food. We finished the show, just kind of milling around, talking to the crew and everybody from Cedars. And I was about to walk out the door with my bag. I was on my way back to Omaha. And next thing you know,
here comes Charles.
Charles pulls up in the van, drops some wonderful brisket and some pulled pork. I think, no, actually, was some pulled pork and some potato salad that was absolutely phenomenal. Took that back home and went in. So that was good. Shout out to Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. That is the sponsor of this show. We're always grateful for them. You can always go out and see them out there at 27th at Pine Lake. Again, the weather's great. They've got an outside patio. They've got a little bar, a little grill over there. If you want to go and kind of put something together with the crew to watch any of the hockey championships or games, and they've got it. You can go out there and do that.
Absolutely. So big thanks to Charles for swinging by Cedars yesterday. And again, they're open through the weekend. So stop by at some point this weekend. Let Charles and his crew fix you a plate down there at 27th and Pine Lake. All right, Strick, we didn't talk a lot of sports yesterday.
Yeah.
That's okay. We had a lot of great guests on. Good to catch up with our guests yesterday as well. Some people from Cedars. We had Rock and Ramel on, and then B-Day stopped by as well. So big thanks to them. Let's get into some NFL headlines and something that we didn't get a chance to talk about yesterday, but that might be going on for a while that I think it's good to touch base on. The sale of the Washington Commanders. Supposedly being sold to Josh Harris for $6 billion, but there are some hangups. What are you seeing in that situation?
Well, one of the things is Jim Irsay is a tremendous owner. Obviously, one of the
I would have thought so, but I'm on the fence on that one.
So you know, he expresses. So there's a little conflict of thought. Irsay thinks that there's some complications that are surrounding the debt acquisition total, meaning that the limited partner count is not seeming to be in question right now. It looks like there's about 12 of them. The Harris Group, it consists of like Mitch Rales, David Blitzer, who is the co-owner of the 76ers, as well as the New Jersey Devils, as well as Magic Johnson, who is in this group. So some of the local business leaders, they have great contacts into the political realms. So part of that debt ends up dealing with trying to acquire a new stadium and, you know, any renovations. And the franchise at this point looks to be in the range. The sale actually was scheduled to be at about $6.05 billion. And so the expectation is you probably have to have, and now we're talking billions. So you're talking about liquidity too. Now you're not just talking about, this is where there's some concerns about the 76ers and the Devils, because is his money, you know, can he get it liquid? How many guys can be involved? Is there more than 24? What is their situations? It has to be the head guy has to be about 30% in order to have the full voting rights, as far as the lead voting rights. So there's a lot of things that Irsay believes that there's some complications, and some complexities, but he does believe that it can get done. Now, on the other hand, Jerry Jones is like, he loves the group, and he thinks that this will be handled. It will be done. He likes the Harris Group. He thinks very highly of them. But then some of the bylaws are still there to be considered and looked at. But at the end of the day, here's the question. The end question is this: is some of the rules being lessened or kind of pulled down a little bit of what their normal expectations are? Is this because of Daniel Snyder, his situation with financial improprieties and workplace misconduct, as well as a sexual harassment investigation? Are those things the things that are leading them to move more quickly than they normally would in this process?
That's a quote in the article that you sent me from Yahoo Sports. A high-ranking team executive given anonymity to speak said if it wasn't Snyder, this deal doesn't happen. The league is bending over backward because they want to get rid of this guy. Number one, it's hard to want to make exceptions because of how massive the NFL is, because of everything that goes into it, and you have to have these rules in place. So teams just aren't changing hands willy-nilly, and because that's a lot of money at stake. These owners want to know that their investment is protected. But
because they have to kind of take, if something happens and it falters and fails, a lot of them have to kind of jump in and put their bids in to help.
Right.
Yeah.
Or either they have to, put money in to help, or they get money taken away from them because the valuation goes down.
Right.
That's one side of the coin. The flip side of the coin is there are two reasons that Dan Snyder is, being forced essentially to sell the team. Number one, the terrible workplace culture, all the allegations of harassment, sexual and otherwise in the workplace, bad stuff, not a good culture, get him out of there. Number two, he kept a second set of books.
Yeah.
He was cheating the owners out of their money by keeping a second set of books.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, you don't want him in there because he's costing you money. So you want to get rid of him. But on the other hand, can you move too quickly and not vet a group just because someone's losing you money? That's where I think Irsay has a point of, okay, it's probably going to happen, but let's make sure that they actually have the cash to put up for this because we don't want to lose money twice.
Yeah. And look, billions of dollars is just not sitting around.
No,
it's not. It's put into places. So then you've got decisions that you need to make. Do you want to sell? How are you going to liquefy? Are these guys soluble? There's all types of things that are still left in question. And it seems to be moving fairly quick in this. I mean, they ruled very quickly. I mean, it was unusual that happened that way. And on the other side, then you have Brady that has kind of been milling around a little bit. He got approved for a minority stake ownership into an organization as well.
And we'll get to that next segment.
Get into that. But it's not easy. It's not easy to put this together. And the crazy part is when you look at Jerry Jones, his valuation is upwards of $8 billion. So they've got to consider, they've got a lot to think about. The sales are continuously going up like crazy. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see if they can get it done, but some believe that they're close, but there's some of the debt, stuff that they have to iron out.
This is something that I'm a little confused about. Maybe you have an answer. If not, my bad. But the sale is for $6.05 billion, like you said. If the investment group has trouble getting to that number, if the NFL wants this done, couldn't it say, hey, we'll let you buy it at a previous valuation? Because according to an Athletic article, they were worth $5.5 billion a couple of years ago. And then according to Sportico, it was about $4.78 billion a couple of years ago. Why can't the NFL just say, hey, this was the initial bid, doesn't look like you have funding, but we really want this guy out of here, so we'll allow you to sell it for, the $5.5 billion or the $4.8 billion. Is that something they can do? Is that illegal? I don't know what goes into that.
I would have to check into that. The problem I think that would exist in that situation is that you actually have a contractual agreement that has already been completed at that number. So the only default of that would be you not being able to acquire or get up to that number.
Gotcha.
So I could be wrong. I'm not a financial guru. I'm not on Wall Street or nothing like that. I just, know a little bit about some things, but that's the thing that seems to be the hiccup for me, is that you have a contractual agreement. If you don't get up to that number, or you don't meet the agreement or the agreed number, then you end up coming up short of your deal, and therefore it defaults. And I would say the owners don't want that. So there could be something they can work behind that, maybe on a loan basis. I mean, now you're getting into something. I don't know if that can happen either. If others can pony up, get you there, it's a loan. There's a stake as long as you haven't got to that 25 minority stake. There could be a collective maybe. I'm just spitballing. There could be a collective maybe between the owners. They put a certain amount in, it gets them up to that valuation. There's a loan amount that's taken out first and foremost, given back to the teams, and then at that point you decide on where you go from there once that amount's paid back out. That's just a strategic thing I would be thinking about doing.
What you're saying is there are paths for this to get done.
I think so.
It's not dead in the water.
Yeah.
Good stuff there. You alluded to Tom Brady in Vegas. He's a minority owner right now. What does that mean for the Raiders' future? And Jimmy G had a foot surgery. Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, the new Las Vegas Raiders starting quarterback. Or is he? Since Tom Brady is in town now. We'll talk about that, all sorts of other things, NFL headlines before we play the shootout with Strick next.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food truck and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese, the grilled chicken Firebird sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and any version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Check out their menu, order carry out, or schedule catering at motorfoodtruck.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Cedars wants to thank the people of Lincoln and listeners of 93.7 The Ticket for their support throughout the month of May for Give to Lincoln Day. The funds created from donations will be incredibly helpful in the building of Carriage House, an expansion of the emergency center to serve homeless teens who are pregnant and parenting. Cedars could not do this without your help and donations, so thank you for your generosity and support of what Cedars stands for and the concept behind Give to Lincoln Day.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Spring is here and it's time to get those seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines, planters, sprayers, and tractors. Acres has what you need now. And with a team of John Deere certified technicians, Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit acres.com to find your closest location. Our team of parts and service professionals are dedicated to keeping you operating at full capacity. Acres, solutions for every field.
Water heater gone? Call Bryant. The price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. And in most cases, same-day replacement. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn reward and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring to join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt!
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Neither you or I think he's retiring. The NBA, I don't think is ready for LeBron to retire. Who's the league?
They're not prepared for it. Like it would be shock in New York because now you're trying to recreate this again, but there's really, they're trying to do it. Like that's why they're hoping Celtics, Lakers, like they're trying to figure out, find a way to revamp it.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
From the hang-up with the sale of the Washington Commanders to Sin City and their new minority owner in Tom Brady.
Miami's sick. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm Austin Norman. He's Eric Strickland. All right, Strick. Let's start with let's go the Tom Brady aspect of this first before we jump off into their current quarterback scenario. So Tom Brady's ascension, his investment in the Las Vegas Raiders, approved pretty quickly. He made it in without any real fuss. We heard it was going to happen, happened pretty quickly. The other thing that I don't want to say complicates this, but at least in my eyes does a little bit, is his contract with Fox. We still haven't heard for sure that Tom Brady is, going to Fox, that he's on, the number 1 or number 2 broadcast teams. But we've seen this with baseball a little bit, with when Alex Rodriguez was advising and Jessica Mendoza was the other one. Mendoza was with the Mets. She was in the booth for those games. And I think generally it was fine, but I think it gave a lot of fans a weird feeling that someone that's involved with a team to that level is on the air. Where do you fall on the scale of, Tom Brady's investment in the Raiders, but his potential Fox contract?
Well, there's nothing in any clause that says that can't happen. I think that the conflict would be that if he had any ownership stake in Fox and that the team, then you would have some conflict of interest there. So apparently there's nothing that would prevent Tom Brady from going into the booth to do that. Now, obviously, you get into discussions of if he's in the booth talking about, you should come out to the Raiders game, and about now you're just depending on what he's doing, as long as he maintains a biased stance and he's in his support for what's going on from one team to the next, if he happens. And I would venture to say that it may be possible that Fox is smart in not allowing him to do Raiders games, possibly. But even if they did, it's not going to be a problem as long as he's not out there saying, go to the concession stands and get as much as you get as much, I'm not going to say which type of beer, but get as much as you want. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, that's when I think it would become conflictory. But at this point, there's nothing.
You don't mind it then if he does own the Raiders and is broadcasting?
No, because I think people do that all the time. People have other businesses. I think that, for example, if I worked with Nebraska, me working here, there would be no conflict because it's not that I'm overselling. I mean, this is where we are. We support Nebraska sports and business and so forth. It would be no less credit that I would give to Creighton if they happen to go to. I would give the same credence to them. Just the fact that I'm in media, this is what we discuss. So I don't see it. I mean, if you do, shout out at the text line at 402-464-5685. If you think that there's a problem, there should be a problem of conflict of interest. I don't see it. But others may view it differently than I do.
The funny situation with Tom Brady in Las Vegas comes that it's been revealed that Jimmy Garoppolo had foot surgery not long after he was acquired by the Raiders. Yeah. And of course, Jimmy G was Tom Brady's backup for a little while up in New England. Tom Brady just now taking over the Las Vegas, franchise as that minority owner. The jokes are flying. Oh, is Tom Brady going to unretire? Is he going to come back and take Jimmy G's place? You have 45-year-old Tom Brady in ownership. The quarterbacks on the roster: Jimmy Garoppolo, Brian Hoyer, Chase Garbers, and rookie Aiden O'Connell.
Ooh,
I wouldn't put it past Tom Brady to look at those options, and if Jimmy G's hurt, say, yeah, I still got more than any of these guys. Put me in, coach.
Austin, I don't want to rain on the Vegas parade. It doesn't rain very much out there in Las Vegas.
But it's going to
anyway.
Today, apparently.
But it looks like there's forecasts for clouds and thunderstorms that are overshadowing the Vegas area. About to drop a monsoon of a lot of rain because of the fact that there is a clause in this specific instance that the reason when Brady decided, so he basically, without telling you, he told you when he decided to become an owner that there is a rule. It's be it that it's obscure. It's not something that's right out there in front, but there is a rule that basically states that those who take an ownership of a team, it would require you 32 NFL teams to permit you to play. So is that going to happen? Is there some, now it could, it could. So it's not a super rain. It hasn't come down. It's just showing, it's foreshadowing. But you've got to look at how things ended in New England. Is there some animosity between other organizations or somebody that just don't like, or is there some that just want him to fail and fall on his face, and they might say, yeah, come on. I would venture to say I wouldn't do that, not with the kind of weapons the Raiders have. So yeah, no, that is the rule. 32 teams.
That's all of them.
Every team basically would have to agree that that's okay to do.
Does Tom Brady still move the needle enough in terms of ratings and the storyline that you think every team would approve it?
Well, I think the NFL is just so much bigger than just the individual.
One guy.
Itself,
yeah.
I think there's still other storylines out there still yet to be told or still, to talk about. So I don't think that it's a need. It's not like other leagues that would probably love for that to happen, i.e. a baseball or something like that, to love one of their greats to step off again and get it done and put that in the forefront of people's minds as they're preparing for another season upcoming. So no, I don't think he moves it. I'd love to hear your thought on it though.
So New England, I would like to think would be a no vote.
Yeah, I would say probably no.
I would assume Tampa would be a no vote. Miami, remember there's that rumor with him and Sean Payton? So I'd say they're probably a no. I hope the Colts would vote no. I don't think the AFC West would be, scared of him necessarily, but he would be not the best quarterback, right now in that division. That goes to Patrick Mahomes. Would he be the second best? It's him or Herbert, right?
I think he's still good enough with a West Coast style of offense. Now, can he still make the deep throws? I thought he could. I just didn't think he had someone. I don't think Evans was, but now Devontae Adams is different.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that could perk Devontae Adams up a little bit. I think he's still capable of making the deep ball throws if he gets time. Now the question becomes: is the Oakland Raiders offensive line good enough to hold up for a non-mobile Tom Brady to stand in the pocket and pick people apart?
Right.
Are the receivers good enough? I mean, what you got? Renfro and
Devontae. You do lose Darren Waller to the Giants,
right? You don't have Ruggs. So, do you have enough to be able to create space? But Brady's good at making things happen and reading, so he can make up a lot, but you're still gonna have to have that time on the line. I mean, period. He's not, if you can't give him time, I wouldn't do it.
Right. And I think all of the Raiders quarterbacks fall in that boat. The most mobile one might be Chase Garbers, and that's not saying a whole lot.
Yeah.
Do you think we see Tom Brady in the broadcast booth this fall? Because we still haven't heard the pairings announced.
I would say, I think Tom has, even though he's very charismatic, like he has a great personality. If you go follow Tom on, like, if you're following him on his Twitter, he's funny. Like he's funny, and he's witty, right? He's very good at that. But at the same time, Tom Brady, I think there could be a little apprehension on a shift, because I had the same thing. I played hoop. I'm a hooper. I'm an athlete. Jumping into this space, it took a tugging from DP to help me feel comfortable that I can jump into this space and do and talk about sports with some confidence and some grace and love and passion, right? So that can happen. There can be just a little bit of apprehension of the change where you're the GOAT. You're the GOAT at what you did. Now you're shifting off into an area where you've seen some harsh criticisms on some people, on Romo, on,
Witten,
maybe Witten when he was there. Yeah, there were some harsh criticisms. And so, people, the eyes on you, it's live and in color. Yes, you can throw an incomplete pass, but you can come back and throw 5 more incompletes. Whereas there, if you mess up on the words or something, you can feel it the next day and people will jump on it. Just look at Mel Kiper's situation. I mean, look, I don't believe Mel Kiper's that. That's my personal opinion. I don't believe Mel Kiper's what they're saying he is. I truly think it was a mistake, and that mistake cost him. And I mean, I hate that for the man. I just don't believe that that's him.
Mel or Glenn?
Glenn Kiper.
Glenn, yeah.
Sorry, not Mel. Glenn Kiper. When he went to the the Negro museum, so forth and so on. Sometimes we all have Freudian slips. We've all been in situations, in a place, in a location, in a meeting, in an office where we've probably had Freudian slips, but it happens on air and it's unfortunate. So I can understand Brady having a little bit of apprehension of jumping into that, because he's still probably, what you say in the locker room and what you do in the locker room and the way that you handle yourself in the locker room, it's different when you get on that. Now you've got to kind of change your verbiage and your language and the way that you speak, and you can't say certain things, so forth and so on. So it's unfortunate.
It would be wild to me to pass up $300 million, even north of that, because to me, the best option for Tom Brady, at least from over here, obviously I don't want to speak for Tom Brady, but if you can still, get paid your $30 million a year, but not be on the first broadcast team or in primetime right away, start on the second team.
Yeah.
Start on the third team. Keep Burkhardt and Greg Olsen together. That's a good team. That's a solid duo. If, Greg Olsen moves on or Tom Brady you think is better, then okay, move him up after a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is. But how do you pass up $300 million? How do you do it? You don't, do you?
I don't. I mean, you can tell that Tom Brady's not built about that.
Right.
Right? He's shown you that he's not built that way.
Mm-hmm.
He feels he's got plenty, you know. I think it's about his happiness, his peace of mind, his state of mind. I think there's a lot of things that are considered for him to jump in that. I think he wants to feel confident. I think he wants to feel sure. I think he wants to feel that he has the ability to do it with the same passion and with the same fervor that he did when he was on the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that apprehension can just give you a little bit of hesitation. It's like walking into a dark room. You come into a dark room with no light. Like you don't know anything about this. I mean, you're used to talking to people across the way and not being the guy that's asking the questions or seeing it from that purview and then making discussions to be relevant in the conversation or on air. And you step into that dark room with no light, you're hesitant to move because you just don't know what obscurities or what obstacles are in your way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can see that can be a way in which he's probably dealing with it. Yes, the money's excellent, the money's great, but just think about the patience that they have with him. And I like your point of view of just possibly starting him on, you know, a little lower tier and letting him get more confidence and work his way in.
How's your confidence for Shootout with Strick?
I'm feeling all right today.
All right. We're talking 3-1 leads in the NBA and the MLB, maybe even NHL. We'll see if we throw some of that in there, but $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings on the line for you. Take on Strick in some trivia. Call now 402-464-5685. We'll play the Shootout with Strick next.
Cedars wants to thank the people of Lincoln and listeners of 93.7 The Ticket for their support throughout the month of May for Give to Lincoln Day. The funds created from donations will be incredibly helpful in the building of Carriage House, an expansion of the emergency center to serve homeless, pregnant, and parenting. Cedars could not do this without your help and donations, so thank you for your generosity and support of what Cedars stands for and the concept behind Give to Lincoln Day.
Water heater gone? Call Bryant. The price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. And in most cases, same-day replacement. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. Some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount, must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. Dive into good times and great savings when you take advantage of the above-ground swimming pool sale happening now at Bonzal Pool and Spa. All in-stock swimming pools are 50% off through the end of May while supplies last. You don't want to miss out on this hot deal. Visit our showroom at 33rd and Pioneers today. Learn more about the promotion at bonzalpool.com. Bonzal Pool and Spa, every day made better.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodmen is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodmen representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. There are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery, online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Spring is here and it's time to get those seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines, planters, sprayers, and tractors. Acres has what you need now. And with a team of John Deere certified technicians, Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit acres.com to find your closest location. Our team of parts and service professionals are dedicated to keeping you operating at full capacity. Acres, solutions for every field.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
We'll see a slight chance of scattered thunderstorms by later this afternoon. Otherwise, partly cloudy with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at 15 to 25. Partly cloudy tonight with a low down to around 60. We'll see a little more sunshine as we get into our Friday and warm up just a tad more with a high of 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Eric Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game!
That's right. Call now, 402-464-5685. $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. The prize now. Not just $15, that's right. We're not doing it every day, but Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're playing for $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. I believe we'll be out at one of those locations coming up soon for some customer appreciation.
Yeah, we always have a good time when we go over to Buffalo Wings and Rings. The staff there is phenomenal as well. I mean, they take good care of us. The weather's getting good, so the patio will be open as well. They got TVs everywhere, so sports is not a problem if you want to go in there and watch anything, baseball, soccer, it's whatever your summer flavor is.
Adam with us on the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Adam, how's it going today, man?
I'm well. How are you guys?
What's up, Adam?
Hey.
Glad to hear you're doing well. Hold tight.
Got a great name, Adam.
Yes, sir. Strong name.
Strong.
See if it's a strong performance. Adam, hold tight. We'll give Strick his questions first, and then we will get to you. All right, Strick, your questions come your way in 3, 2, and 1. They're the most recent NBA team to win a series from down 3-1. Cleveland or Denver?
Cleveland.
It's Denver. They were the first MLB team to win a series down 3-1. The Yankees or the Pirates?
Yankees.
It's the Pirates. He became the first NBA coach to blow multiple 3-1 series.
Doc Rivers.
Yep. I feel like I should give you a bonus point there. But they're the most recent NHL team to win a series down 3-1.
Dallas Stars.
It is not Dallas.
No! Sucker.
It's Florida. They did it in the first round.
Oh, we got a forfeit. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Adam,
no,
come back. Adam,
no,
come back, please.
It's over. Stricky, yes.
We're going to give Adam a chance to call back.
Woo! Ric Flair style. Woo! Stricky, good win. Stricky.
No, you haven't won yet. You haven't won yet. No.
Forfeit.
No, haven't won yet. Adam, call back. We'll give you a minute before we open it up to everyone else.
30 seconds.
45.
20.
And counting. 45. Final offer. We're counting down. Adam, call back. If you're not Adam, also feel free to call.
No.
After another 30 seconds here.
No more. No, they can't get it. You can't do that.
We're doing it.
Now they know that they got only 2 to get, 3 to get. I mean, yeah, 3 to get. I got
2.
the bonus. I got the bonus question.
Okay, fine. We'll give you the bonus if we get another contestant. Okay? We're opening it up. Anyone can call now for $30 to Buffalo Wings.
10.
Here we
No,
go. Okay,
no.
okay, here we go. We're getting one back.
I can't believe you, man.
I'll give you the 2. I'll give you the bonus. So they need 2 to tie.
All right.
Adam's back.
Oh, shoot.
Adam, you with us?
I'm with you.
Freaking
Sorry
dang
about
it.
You are good. All right. We're giving Strick the bonus for pulling Doc Rivers before I said his name. So you need 2 to tie. You need 3 to win. Are you ready for your round of the shootout?
Yes.
All right. Starts here in 3, 2, and 1. They're the most recent MLB team to win a series down 3-1. The Cubs or the Dodgers?
Dodgers.
Yep. They lost to Golden State despite a 3-1 lead in 2016. Houston or Oklahoma City?
Oh, I don't know. Pass.
Okay. They won the 2003 NLCS despite being down 3-1. The Marlins or the Cardinals?
Cubs.
And they're the first MLB team to win 2 series they trailed 3-1 in the same postseason. Doesn't get it off in time. Stricky with the bonus pull gets it done. Adam, thanks for playing. A second hang up from Adam in the
Tiger
same
Woods?
day.
The Tiger Woods, remember the whole, remember the one Tiger was
on
like,
Sunday,
everybody was
red
talking,
polo.
everybody was talking crazy, like, oh, this shot right here is gonna, no, he'll be happy to even get it close. And he hits it up the hill and it freaking goes and it takes a peek inside the hole and says, "Boodle-la-doop."
That it does. Caller number 3 to 402-464-5685 gets the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. Bach, hop on the mic. We're playing the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
We'll get
we
the
don't
caller
want
in a sec.
Rico.
No, Rico walked away. So we're bringing Bach in for the tiebreaker question before we get to break.
Yeah, he loses too.
All right. I'm going to let Bach go over under. Stricky get the number. Okay. So in the history of 7-game series across Major League Baseball, NBA, and NHL, how many combined times have teams overcome a 3-1 deficit to win a best-of-7 series across those 3 sports? How many times combined? Strick, you give the number. Bach goes over under.
What? You just said?
No, I said Bach goes over under. That's what I said.
Yeah. What's the sports again?
For baseball, basketball, and hockey.
10.
Over under.
That's a good number. I'm gonna go over.
Way over. 59 times.
Oh,
are you
It's
serious?
happened 14 times in Major League Baseball, 13 times in NBA history, and 32 times in hockey.
That's crazy.
Rare, not as rare as you might think.
Wow.
All right. Good stuff
good
on
stuff,
the shootout.
I thought it was going to be lower than that. I just didn't think it was that kind of, but I guess hockey is the number. It always can happen.
32 times.
32 times?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, dang, it would have been 10 times with Doc alone. Let me just.
All right. There's the Doc Rivers slander. That's how we're ending hour 1 of On the Block.
10
Come back
times with
for
him,
more.
so I should have maybe said higher.
Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill. Open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road. It's May, and that means the Stover and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences. with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
McMurphy has Nebraska in the Las Vegas Bowl. That would be incredible. That would be absolutely amazing. Here's when the Vegas Bowl is. It's before Christmas. It is so easy to get to Las Vegas for Nebraska fans. There's now a direct flight from Lincoln via Redway, the new at Lincoln Airport. Omaha has direct flight. Grand Island has direct flights to Vegas.
It would be flooded with Nebraska.
It would be awesome.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Water heater gone? Call Bryant. The price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. And in most cases, same-day replacement. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome to Hour 2 on the Block. Happy Thursday to you and yours. It'll be a very thirsty Thursday here at the Ticket in about an hour and a half on Old School. No Jay today. Jay's out coaching, so he's missing out. That's why we're keeping you around, right?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there.
Excellent.
Thirsty Thursday.
Yep. Big shout out to Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul for the great work they do all the time. Big thanks to them for supporting us and the people that we are working with out at Cedars yesterday. Charles stopped by with some fantastic food, unsurprisingly.
Ooh. I couldn't even, I wanted to do more because he brought 2 big pans of it. But I listen, I didn't want to fall asleep driving home because it just settles so nicely in your belly. Like I said, get in my belly. Yeah, it was like that. It was good.
Plenty to get to in hour 2 here. We'll talk with Andrew Alex at the bottom of the hour. But we got some NBA stuff to talk about. And Strick, I just saw this just now during the break on Twitter. There's an NBA ref by the name of Eric Lewis. I don't know the name. It's a new one to me.
It's Eric, but it's with a C.
It is.
I do know him, though.
You do know him. Yeah. Well, what
I have his
you
number
may-
right here. I could text him right now.
Here's the thing.
That's hilarious.
Eric's probably on his phone right now, on his burner Twitter account
Oh,
that just got
no.
exposed.
No.
Yep. They're scrolling.
How did they
through-
expose that?
I don't know exactly how, but someone did a ranking of all the refs, or in the playoffs, or the majority of them. Some people, brought up Eric Lewis's name, didn't tag him, like his actual Twitter account if he has one. But this account titled Blair Cutliff was responding to all these tweets about refs. And someone did some digging into it, went scrolling through.
Blair Cutliff.
Blair Cutliff was the name. The account was created in 2015. No followers. It follows 5 accounts: Ref Analytics, NBA Refs, NBA Official, NBA, and George Mason Women's Basketball. The 5 accounts that it follows, it's replying to all these tweets about Eric Lewis, or that left him out of it. Someone connected the dots, someone did the digging, and
That is
found an NBA Refs
crazy.
burner Twitter account.
That is, listen, that I don't care. That is crazy that somebody is, you can't do much of anything these days. Like, it's going to be popped up, found out. That's why I try to just stay fun and loving and kind, because it doesn't matter how long it is. I mean, they'll go back years. There's people that are doing research on people that goes back to the 2000s, and well, it wasn't then. 215 is when it about 215. So about that time.
The George Mason women's basketball follow is because his wife is the head coach for the women's team at George Mason. So it's not KD. KD is not the only NBA adjacent person.
I
with
think
a
there's more
burner
than what
Twitter
you
account.
think. I think there's way more than what you think.
What percentage?
Do you think-
10%? 15? 20?
Maybe. But
1
do
in
you-
4?
Do you think Westbrook has one?
Yes.
I would
Guaranteed.
venture to say Westbrook has a burner.
Braun?
Maybe to look. Maybe. I don't think MJ does. He's barely on it.
Yeah.
He's
Or
barely
well,
on it.
is he barely on it because he spends all his time on his burner?
Yeah, it could
He
be.
lurks on main.
It could be.
Who are some other sensitive ones that would have burners?
I think Aaron Rodgers would have one. Who do you think? Shout out to the text
see
line. Text line 402-464-5685. Who do you think would have a burner account? I think Aaron Rodgers would have one.
I'm gonna say 2 NBA guys that I know don't. Kyrie Irving is on a lot.
On his own stuff.
On his own.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid got the nickname Troel Embiid for all the trolling he did on his main account.
On his main.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we know KD has burners. We assume Russ does. Ron. Alex Rodriguez in his prime strikes me as a burner Twitter guy.
I could see that. I don't think Derek Jeter does.
Okay.
I don't think he would. Big Poppy?
Not in a troll way, but he'd have fun with people. Yeah.
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 Big Poppy.
Okay.
Let's see. Who else? Gosh, dang it. What about quarterbacks?
Okay.
Russell Wilson?
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Yes.
No doubt in your mind.
He says he, stays off social media, but he sees and reads everything. He's got
Okay.
a burner. Yeah.
Let's see. What about
someone says
Lamar Jackson?
Lamar, yeah, that makes sense.
You would think so?
I could see an argument for it. I'm not willing to say 100%,
Okay.
but I see it. Does Jimmy
Quarterbacks.
G?
No. I don't think so. I don't think Jimmy G, but I bet Kyler
Trey
Murray
Lance.
does.
Kyler, yep.
Kyler Murray, Ralph Tresvant, number 1. Dak Prescott?
I'm going to say no. I think Dak's situation would be the perfect one for a burner, but I think Dak's a good enough guy that he doesn't.
Eric agrees with me. Aaron, definitely, no question. Guilt Nerd says Bo Pelini. I think it's very possible. Bo Pelini.
Bo use social
Bo
enough
on
to
his
have
nice. Bo in his nice Bo when he's media Bo. But Bo, when he go in, Bo. So like for example, I think what's Chucky? What's my guy Chucky face? The coach.
Oh, Gruden.
I bet you John Gruden's got one. There's no question. Let's see.
Someone here said Draymond.
Oh, I think Draymond would say it on his regular stuff.
I think so,
because
too.
he says it on his podcast. You know what I mean? He
on the court.
And like Antonio Brown, he'll say it on his regular. He doesn't have a burner.
Jerry Jones.
Ooh, I bet you Jerry Jones would.
Does Jerry run his own burner or does Steven run it?
Probably Steven. Yeah, probably Steven. I would say Steven would be on that.
Have you ever met Jerry with all your Dallas connections?
I did. I actually met Jerry one time or so. You know, I used to have a great relationship with a lot of, players. So we would go and do different things. And, there was at one point where I used to date somebody that was best friends with, Pat Smith, which was Emmett's wife.
Right.
They were best friends. So there would be times where we'd be at their house and we would go do things and go to dinners and stuff like that. So, I would go, Pup would, go get me in sweets, and Kevin Smith, obviously. We're going to talk with him. We're going to get him. I'm going to get him when we get into football. I'm going to get him to come on the show.
Does Dion have a burner or does he say it on Maine?
I could see Dion having a burner. I could see him. I think he still would say it on his main, but he's cool and collective on his main.
Yeah.
But I could see him going in on his burner.
Brian Ferentz.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Burner. His
Antonio Brown, no
burner.
burner. No burn. He has no filter whatsoever. So no, sir. I do not see that whatsoever with him.
Grant Williams of the Celtics. I think he's fake tough. I think he's fake.
Dylan Brooks. Super burner. John Morant.
One for each hand. Two phones. Kevin Gates burner.
John Morant.
Ja just deleted social, but you think he has
That's
a burner
why I
he's
think
on
he's
instead?
on the burner.
Okay.
I think he's still peeking.
Okay.
Peeking and sneaking and peeking. What I think DeJounte Murray and Trey both have burners.
Okay.
I would think they would. I don't think De'Aaron Fox does. I don't think Sabonis does. And I definitely don't think Joker does.
No.
I don't even think Giannis does. Luka maybe. Luka maybe.
D'Lo?
I don't know about D'Lo, but I will say I think DeMarcus Cousins did.
Boogie, yep.
Boogie, definitely. AD.
Burner type.
Burner type. I just don't know for sure, but definitely burner type. Who else out there? Who else out there is
Ayton.
Ooh, DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think he has the motivation to start
I
one.
think he has the motivation, but does D-Book?
Not anymore. I think Booker had one, but I think he got rid of it. Yeah.
So then Tatum. I think Marcus Smart might.
Okay, yep, there we go.
I
Now
don't
we're
know
talking.
about Tatum. And I don't think Jaylen Brown does.
He'll say it on Maine.
Kawhi Leonard.
Still has a flip phone, can't get to Twitter.
Ooh, somebody threw it out there. Love it. Augie. Shout out to Augie on the text line. Again, 402-464-5685. We're talking about burners. We're talking about who has them and who doesn't. Augie, OBJ, super burner. He's got two of them, I bet you. Super burner. I mean, he stay on it, I bet.
Better burner account. Ocho Cinco or T.O.?
T.O. I don't think, Ocho Cinco is, I like him. And here's why. He says what he means and means what he says, but he's the kind of dude that, this is quotes from him. He says, I don't ever buy real jewelry. You think I got it, I buy fake stuff. So he's a real dude. Like I couldn't see him. I could just see him, just keeping it real on the line. So I I would say T.O. definitely. T.O. is super Ralph Trez fan about what they say about him.
Skip Bayless?
Probably.
Not Stephen A. He'll say it.
Stephen A. will say it.
Shannon will say it. He's active.
Shannon will say it.
Perk?
Perk has a burner. Ooh, Tiger Woods. Cool hand loop.
Maybe. Okay.
I could see Tiger.
Bryson DeChambeau has a burner.
Yeah. I could see Tiger having one. Definitely. Let's see. What about actors and actresses? What you got? Tom Cruise?
He's got little man syndrome, but I don't know if he has a
Ben Affleck.
I don't know.
Jamie Foxx. I think Jamie Foxx has a burner.
Jamie could. Will Smith?
Shout out to him. I hope he's doing well. We still haven't got many updates on him. Real talk. Before the fame, you have those guys. There was a stint when I was living in LA and got a chance to meet and actually hang out with Jamie. He talks extensively about parties and stuff that he has. He has some of the greatest pool parties ever.
Known to man.
So I used to go before the Super Jamie, and definitely used to go to the pool parties back in the day. So shout out to Jamie and the family. Hope that he's doing well. Phil Mickelson.
Phil has a recent one. He didn't have one before he went to live, and now he has to see what everyone's saying.
Yeah, I could see that. So, wow, great stuff, you guys. Let's just talk. Let's see. What about? Do you think Fred Hoiberg has one?
Nah.
I
think someone.
What
else
about Mac?
Probably not.
No,
I don't know. I was gonna say Coach K. I know for a fact had one.
Really?
Yes. Okay. Coach K didn't do a whole lot, but he followed people just to see what was going on. Never interacted or anything, but he had a non Coach K branded Twitter account, so I know that one for a fact.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about let's get off that. If you want to continue to send in your information on the burners, we're going to talk about the Denver Nuggets. Let's get into that.
Yeah,
NBA playoffs.
What are they doing with their time off? How much of it is rest and recovery? How much of it is try to stay in rhythm, get that work in?
So, I would say because of the time, I think obviously the day home, the next day was definitely off. I bet you they came in the day after, watched some film, shot some free throws, got a couple jumpers up, maybe, was real light. Begin breaking down film, sat in the film room, start looking at both teams. Small portions, like eating an appetizer. They looking at both teams in small portions. Then they're getting scouting report breakdowns. If this went down, here are matchups, potential matchups. Here's what they do. Here's what they like to do. They're getting individual matchup breakdowns, I believe, on each one. So if you're going to be assigned to Jimmy Butler, if you're going to be assigned to Gabe Vincent, or
who's out tonight, by the way.
Or right. You're doing that. If you're going to be assigned to Jason Tatum, Grant Williams, whoever that is, you're getting film. See, it's different. We used to get tapes, or we used to get a CD. We had to buy the old flip video screens and put it in there.
Did you ever get the Jamarcus Lawrence or Jamarcus Russell empty tape?
No, I didn't get that. But yeah. Now it's all, download MP3. They just shoot them to their laptop. They got to break it down. So they're getting synergy videos of what these individuals like to do, how they go and pick and roll, what they're going to, what they like to do, what places they like to hit their best shots, what areas are their percentages in the corner, in the wings, here, in the mid-range. They're getting all those breakdowns and getting film breakdowns on those. So that's what they're probably doing right now until they figure out when they're going to go hard. They're not going to go hard on anything. Everything is going to be very just walkthroughs, but they're going to get game shots and, speed stuff on that aspect, but they're not going to be doing anything like one-on-one hard stuff against each other. No.
As a pro athlete, when you're in walkthrough mode, is it easy for the mind to slip, or is that where you have to really come together and say, hey, even though we're not going full speed, we got to stay together, focus, stay mentally sharp?
No, that comes with just being a professional. I mean, obviously you would probably have to do that if you're young and you're rookies. This is your first time in. But most veterans, they kind of understand that now the deeper that they've gone, they've been in playoff situations before where they went pretty deep. They've gotten pretty close. They haven't gotten to the finals, but they've, got to the conference finals in the bubble, came up short. But that's just being a consummate professional. So the coaching staff would be reiterating to them about professionalism, handling business, staying focused, being in tune, all of those things they're going to have discussions about. And then they'll just prepare.
How much of it is self-scout?
Some of it. I can see, Joker and Porter looking at rotations, seeing where their shots may come from based on their offensive sets, seeing if they come off a pick and roll, how do they rotate and recover, and are they a switching team? Is there post opportunities? Where do their double teams come from, or their drop? They're going to be looking at all that stuff, and so yeah, there could be some going back and watching previous game films, how they played them, because again, how they played them in their success and how successful you were in the best game you played against them, right? Because you've only played them twice. So which game did you have the worst game? Did you have some turnovers? You would go back and kind of watch that game, see what they did to you. And then you would also go back and see where you had good success. If you had bad success, then you would just watch both and reiterate on what you need to do better. If I spin, is there somebody coming on my spin? Just different things like that, so you can understand where guys are coming from to be able to get your shots or to be able to make the correct pass when it does happen.
What do you think that this opportunity to be in the finals means for a lifer like Mike Malone, who's been coaching for a while and whose dad was also a coach?
Yeah, I actually was around when Mike was around. It's good to see him, break through. There was talk about him, getting ousted. So it's good to see him break through and keep this unit together and fight through the adversity that they had to fight through. And he's there. I think he has the advantage against Boston. I think it's mano a mano when if Miami ends up getting through. I think there's going to be a lot of adjustments and a lot of things made on how they play their game, strategies that are going to be implemented. I still think they'll have the advantage in the front court. I think Miami, with their versatility, if they're shooting the ball well, you're looking at the East side. The East is going to require great shooting. The West is going to require hitting the shots when necessary or open, but it's going to require continuous good ball movement and running and taking advantage of Denver air. So they've got 4 games to do that. So that's going to be the differences, I think, on how these play out, because Boston has to rely on their 3, and that's something about them getting back into the series.
Let's finish with that really quick before we get to AA. Jay and Kenny made their picks over the weekend. They said Heat in 4. They said Heat are sweeping. They got it figured out. Boston's, Cancun on 3, 1-2-3 Cancun. I said Heat in 6. You said Heat in 6 at the end of crossover, and that made me feel so much better.
Yeah.
What do you see Boston doing tonight, and how big is it for Miami to have a second crack potentially to close the series out at home?
Well, one of the things that they're going to have to do is they're going to have to generate very efficient offense. They're not going to be able to let Miami beat them in the efficiency of how they execute their offense. They're going to have to win the hustle points. Being at home is going to help with the energy that's going to be needed, the sustained energy. Because if they're lethargic or they're lackadaisical in any way, Miami will plug them.
As they did the first 2 games of the series.
Exactly, right? Boston is very fickle. They will turn quickly on you. So they don't want that, because they saw what those first 2 games were like. So they're going to come with high energy to try to keep this crowd engaged throughout. So that's something that you're going to have to watch is definitely them being in a point where their energy levels are high and they're they're really working their tails off to win the hustle game. And then I think last, they have to be focused, just tonally tuned in, rotations, because you cannot allow Miami to break down the defense. All of your stuff has to be crisp, clean, and precise. If they can do that, they'll win this game tonight, but I think it'll end when they go back.
It's huge for Miami to have another shot, to give yourself that 3-game cushion to be able to go back home still and have to pull it out. Unlike Philly, who was up, 3-2, had the closeout game at home, missed the opportunity, went back to Boston, got closed out. So that will happen tonight. That'll be game 5 of that series, the Heat leading 3-1. Never been a 3-0 comeback in NBA history. No. There's been one in baseball, done, of course, by the Boston Red Sox in 2004 against the New York Yankees. Let's step aside. Let's talk to Andrew Alex. Ask him who he thinks might have a burner Twitter account, maybe some NBA stuff as well. We'll call him up, talk to him next.
Generation V.
Start summer off right with the Midwest's favorite for vapor and much more during the Generation V summer sale. Starts Memorial Weekend.
Generation V.
Save up to 50% off during the Generation V summer sale. Get a free bottle of Nick salts when you buy a pod system. Get 20% off all Honey Root Delta products and much more.
Generation V.
Now with 4 Lincoln locations. Stop in Memorial Weekend to take advantage of the Generation V summer sale.
E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Dive into good times and great savings when you take advantage of the above-ground swimming pool sale happening now at Bonsall Pool & Spa. All in-stock swimming pools are 50% off through the end of May while supplies last. You don't want to miss out on this hot deal. Visit our showroom at 33rd and Pioneers today. Learn more about the promotion at bonsallpool.com. Bonsall Pool & Spa, every day made better.
Spring is here and it's time to get those seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines, planters, sprayers, and tractors. Acres has what you need now. And with a team of John Deere certified technicians, Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit acres.com to find your closest location. Our team of parts and service professionals are dedicated to keeping you operating at full capacity. Acres, solutions for every field.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Cedars wants to thank the people of Lincoln and listeners of 93.7 The Ticket for their support throughout the month of May for Give to Lincoln Day. The funds created from donations will be incredibly helpful in the building of Carriage House, an expansion of the emergency center to serve homeless teens who are pregnant and parenting. Cedars could not do this without your help and donations, so thank you for your generosity and support of what Cedars stands for and the concept behind Give to Lincoln Day.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at PremierDW.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 888-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We'll see a slight chance of scattered thunderstorms by later this afternoon. Otherwise, partly cloudy with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at 15 to 25. Partly cloudy tonight with a low down to around 60. We'll see a little more sunshine as we get into our Friday and warm up just a tad more with a high of 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
McMurphy has Nebraska in the Las Vegas Bowl. That would be incredible. That would be absolutely amazing. Here's when the Vegas Bowl is. It's before Christmas. It is so easy to get to Las Vegas for Nebraska fans. There's now a direct flight from Lincoln via Redway, the new at Lincoln Airport. Omaha has direct flight. Grand Island has direct flights to Vegas.
It would be flooded with Nebraska.
It would be awesome.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hour 2 rolls along here on the block, joined by one of our favorites on the Honda of Lincoln hotline, Mr. Andrew Alex. Andrew, how's it going today, man?
Going well, boys. How's it in Nebraska?
Going well, man. Everything's good out here. The weather's beautiful. Can't even, be mad about it right now. But it could change. Nebraska's supposed to play tonight, and there's some forecasts in the air for the baseball game. So we're hoping to, that they're able to get through it. Let's just say that, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, my blessings to you guys. Nice weather here in North Carolina too. I got a twilight round of golf planned. 629 holes.
Nice.
Heck yes. Andrew, while we're on college baseball for a sec, how is the ACC this year? Who are the top teams and anyone that we can look forward to in Omaha for the College World Series maybe?
When you look at the ACC, I mean, it's hard to ignore Wake Forest in that regard. I mean, Wake spent a lot of time as the number one team in the country. I will not lie, my affinity towards ACC baseball this year has been a bumpy road, as Virginia Tech, who last year made it all the way to an elimination game in the Super Regionals. They could not get it done. But, I mean, you got a lot of the usual suspects who will be there. Clemson, came into the ACC tournament hot. They've won 10 in a row. UVA, a traditional baseball program, on a winning streak of their own. I would look at Wake, obviously, with under 10 losses on the year, and then Clemson, Virginia right behind them. And I'd even throw Miami into the mix. Duke was playing well. They've slid a little bit as of late. Unfortunately, coming off a big one last year, my Hokies couldn't put together a winning season this year, which I am a bit disappointed about.
We're kind of in the opposite boat. We had that last year for Nebraska, and they're at least above 500, but need to win the Big Ten tournament to get in. NBA playoffs tonight. Heat have a 3-1 lead over the Celtics. Does Boston make it interesting, or did the Heat put their foot down and close it out in the next game or two?
Well, you know what, Austin, man, that's an interesting question, right? Because, I mean, if you look at like the odds or the basketball power index on like any of these individual games, no matter how much Miami wins. It's like that keeps pointing in the direction that each individual game is in Boston's favor. That being said, this is the National Basketball Association, and it's hard. It is hard to beat a team 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
So I mean, like on an individual, game to game level, I'm always going to give Boston a shot. But I think that, just as parlays are less likely to hit than your average individual bet, the odds of Boston coming all the way back in this thing, which correct me if I'm wrong, it's never happened before in the NBA. Not down from 3-0. We've seen it happen with 3-1. Of course, we saw it last series, Boston do it, and we saw, last series, or historically, of course, a few years ago with LeBron James and coming back against that record-setting Golden State Warriors team. But I mean, that being said, the series is 3-1 right now, and they came back from 3-1 last time around, so they're capable of doing it. Boston is a good basketball team. They showed themselves to be one of the best basketball teams in the NBA all season long. But I don't know. I just don't think that the Jimmy Butler magic ends with that kind of slide, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I mean, the series continues, but truly the only point where I'll say, it's back in Boston's favor would be if it goes to Game 7 in Boston, which at that point, all bets are off, and you're going to take the team that played better all season. But for now, until my mind's not going to change until the Celtics take 2 more.
Yeah. One of the things also is just, what do you I would say they would just have to basically take it quarter to quarter, minute to minute, game to game, and then don't think about any ramifications of anything other than being in the moment. That's the way. But what's your perspective on, how to approach it when you're looking at this type of seemingly insurmountable odds that you have to take?
Well, I think from the perspective of both teams, I mean, you do really just have to take it something resembling game by game. I mean, at the end of the day, right, it's the sheer nature of what you're trying to accomplish if you're the Boston Celtics, something that is historic. And yes, it's the 8th seed, but it's an 8th seed that's been playing, so unbelievably well over the course of the last few series. So if you look at it like the mountain, then, that might honestly affect your perspective in a negative way. And of course, it's hard to completely block that out. But, as a coach would say, you just got to go in and control what you can control, right? Not just, take it even game by game, but take it possession by possession, right? Because, ultimately, and I think this is a quote that I'm stealing, because I don't think I'm bright enough to come up with this myself, but it rings true. Who is the worst player, right? The player that chucks up a bad shot? No, of course, basketball. You're going to chuck a bad shot, or you're going to have a stupid turnover. But if you're all up in your head, dogging yourself, and you play sloppy on the defensive end next 3 series, well, then you're doing more harm as a result of the harm than you are from the actual, original sin committed. So with that being said, if you're Boston, there's a long road ahead. But if you can take it, possession by possession, quarter by quarter, game by game, in each of those individual, points of focus, you can go in knowing that you're a good basketball team and that you earned the 1 seed and that, you're capable of winning these little segments. And if you get enough of those in a row, suddenly you start to pick up momentum. Because let's not discount, if Boston gets something rolling here, say they win tonight, then you're Miami, and it's oh no. Right? And then you have an incredible amount of pressure that you're putting on yourself in that Game 6.
Yeah.
Back in Miami, knowing that you got to go back to Boston and then all that. So for both teams, it is imperative to, truly live in the moment and not let the magnitude and the gravity of the situation take hold, because ultimately at the end of the day, that kind of pressure, if you let it affect you, is going to have a negative impact one way or the other.
You mentioned looking at the 3-1 deficit as a mountain for Boston. The Heat are, one step away from that fourth win. And regardless of which team wins the series, they will be climbing the mountains to face the Denver Nuggets a mile up there in Denver. What do you make of Denver's sweep of the Lakers and what they're going to be doing here in their time between the end of their series and the start of the finals?
Well, first of all, Austin, the little mountain transition there, that was beautiful for talk radio. And I really, as a radio savant, I appreciate that. So pat yourself on the back. But look, I mean, Denver kind of showed what we've been talking about here, over the course of the last couple of months as we were going into the playoffs and early on in the playoffs. The West was always Denver and then everybody else. The West was always a bunch of imperfect teams, teams that had some things going for it, and then, a fatal flaw. And then there was Denver, who, despite they're not just the most well-rounded team. They have the best player in the NBA. And you might not know that if you're the average Joe walking into the sports bar come game one of the NBA Finals, but it's true. Nikola Jokic is the 2-time NBA MVP, and the range and versatility that he has for a player of his size is, it's hard to, it's obviously hard to come up with a solution because it doesn't seem like anyone has effectively been able to do that, over the course of this season and even dating back into the last couple seasons. So, Denver, what they bring to the table, with limited resources as a small market team, I find to be, particularly impressive. And of course, obviously you have Jokic, but then Jamal Murray is a certified NBA star. They bring back Michael Porter, maybe pay him a little bit more than he's worth on paper, but it is what it is. But, they have 6 guys that can get a bucket for you on that team. And 2 dudes who are, darn near automatic, including, of course, the MVP of the league, who is averaging a 30-point triple-double this postseason, like 29.9, 10, and 13, with 10 being the assists, 13 being the rebounds. With that, plus the rest, and I don't know, and Strick, I'll actually ask you about this because I'm curious how much of an impact that has. You're going to have unless Miami can take care of business tonight, then that kind of equalizes it to an extent. Mm-hmm. But let's just say this goes into 6 or 7. Boston just played 7. Miami just played 6. Denver's been cruising this entire postseason. You then have to go into the altitude.
That's what I just said.
Tired, and now you're facing the altitude with one team used to one team. Does that actually have an impact? You played basketball games in Denver. Break that down for me. Is that a myth? Is that an urban legend? Or is that something that actually needs to be considered?
Well, so that's the thing. I mean, if I'm Miami, I'm trying to end this tonight so I can get rested, revamped, and ready, because it's going to take a valiant effort to go up, travel, and the sooner they win, the earlier they can get into altitude and be accustomed to it, right? That's the key. You know, the longer this series strings out, the longer they don't have time to get into Denver. Like if I'm the coach, I take the next night off. We don't do nothing. Maybe watch some film on Denver, walk around, shoot some free throws, and get on a plane and get into Denver as soon as possible. That's what I'm trying to do, because you want to be there long enough to get acclimated to the altitude.
Yeah, I mean, I really I couldn't agree more. That's going to be a factor, but
it's going to definitely be a factor. You've got 4 games, Andrew. You got 4 games. So this was the best thing that Denver did for themselves. is to put themselves in this position to have home court advantage, because it is an advantage. The way that they run, the pressure. Did you understand that every time Jokic was guarded by LeBron and he put that body on him, you see how slow he was to get down the court? He was tired, on top of trying to have to execute and take his team and put him on the shoulders. He was tired. And that's what happens, man. When you get up there and you start banging with that body and they used to that stuff, let me be quiet. Go ahead.
I mean, I definitely agree, which is why, I mean, from what I've seen and knowing the circumstances and you know, the relative ease that, I mean, Denver obviously like winners of 6 in a row, and they've lost 3 playoff games. They're 12-3 in the playoffs so far. And, you know, the fact that Boston, you know, even had a little bit of trouble with Atlanta, you know, Miami, you know, there's going to be the tiredness factor. I'd be curious to see how, if at all, effective Bam could be against Jokic, and then you know, I don't see it's just a total mismatch one way or the other. Like with his mere presence on the court, it's hard for me not to look at Denver as the favorite in that series, regardless of who they match up with.
Andrew, we'll let you go with this. Our discussion last segment was about burner accounts. Give us one professional athlete who, in your mind, 100% has a burner account on Twitter.
Ooh, one professional athlete with a burner account. Patrick Reed, the golfer.
Ooh, that didn't come up. Explain.
Because he's just like, everyone hates on him. Like he's clearly a bit of an a-hole, as they'd say, and he's petty, and everyone's out to get him. So there's no way that he is not letting that be expressed. Either he has a burner account. I bet you, either he has one or his crazy wife does.
Plenty to go around in that family, apparently. Andrew, as always, we appreciate the insight. Get your weekend started early if you can tomorrow. If not, have a great one. We'll talk next week.
Yeah, we'll make it happen, boys. Always a pleasure to hang out on the block. Go Big Red.
Yes, sir. There he is, Andrew Alex, with us, as he always is on Thursdays. Appreciate him. Time for us to start stepping out of the way. We'll take a step to the side, welcoming the old school crew for the crossover to wrap up on the block after this.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
McMurphy has Nebraska in the Las Vegas Bowl. That would be incredible. That would be absolutely amazing. Here's when the Vegas Bowl is. It's before Christmas. It is so easy to get to Las Vegas for Nebraska fans. There's now a direct flight from Lincoln via Redway, the new at Lincoln Airport. Omaha has direct flight. Grand Island has direct flights to Vegas.
It would be flooded with Nebraska.
It would be awesome.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club or space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Cedars wants to thank the people of Lincoln and listeners of 93.7 The Ticket for their support throughout the month of May for Give to Lincoln Day. Funds created from donations will be incredibly helpful in the building of Carriage House, an expansion of the emergency center to serve homeless teens who are pregnant and parenting. Cedars could not do this without your help and donations, so thank you for your generosity and support of what Cedars stands for and the concept behind Give to Lincoln.
Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
We'll see a slight chance of scattered thunderstorms by later this afternoon. Otherwise, partly cloudy with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at 15 to 25. Partly cloudy tonight with a low down to around 60. We'll see a little more sunshine as we get into our Friday and warm up just a tad more with a high of 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick in Austin on 93 theticketfm.com.
We're wrapping up On the Block here with Crossover. Kenny Wilhite in the building. Kenny, how's it going?
It's going well, brother. How are you?
Great.
And I heard you and Strick. Y'all was coming in hot with the burners.
Oh, yeah.
I know somebody that had a burner. I ain't
Talk
gonna,
to me.
I ain't gonna throw him under the bus.
You ain't gonna throw him under the bus?
Yo, ask your best friend.
Ooh, I do know.
Yeah.
I know. I absolutely know who had the. I know what you're talking about.
You're not even going to be in the state. You could throw him under the bus.
I may create a burner.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't. But
yeah. Did you think T. Frey had a burner?
No.
I know. I'm not. I'm asking.
Tommy
Do you think T. Frey had a burner?
No.
If there was social media,
because he speaks his mind.
Okay.
He's. I had to drive to Omaha.
Yeah.
And we talked a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, bro, That's still our university, man. Let's,
Yeah.
let's support the kids. I know, the
If
kids
there
in
was-
the locker room.
If there was social media back in the 90s.
Oh my God.
What do you think it was about?
Stricky definitely would have had a burner.
No, sir.
Stricky definitely would have.
No, sir.
Would Coach Nee have had?
Because I
a
just
burner?
don't. I wouldn't care because I just go out and do my thing.
Stricky would have been
I
Speedy Wildin' out
take
there.
that guy that the fodder and puts it in my locker, and it drives me. So in essence, when it came down, even when my coach said it, like, I love Danny Nee. Danny Nee's the man.
Would you have had a burner?
No,
No,
because I'm a fodder dude. I'm taking your quotes and I'm putting them up. Everything that they said I couldn't do, or I wasn't good enough to do, or I was undersized, or I did. And it's because I took fodder. I didn't care what you said. It just drove me. It made me work that much harder. So instead of going in the gym twice a day, I went in there 3 times. I would go in there in the morning, work on drill. I go to the weight room. I come back at night. I play and then drill again. Like that literally was going on. Jay Stedman, shout out to Jay Stedman down in Texas. Jay Stedman used to come with me through that whole process. No burner for Street.
Rico, we gave you fodder to get new shoes.
Yeah,
Take what
apparently.
you're hearing and get better shoes.
Apparently.
What are those?
Man, Rico.
I got them at the Adidas store, and now everybody's giving me guff for it.
Oh, those are Adidas?
Yeah.
Adidas.
Yeah.
With the H.
These are Fadidas.
There you go.
The fake Adidas.
Nah.
No, I got these at the Adidas store.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
Come on, man.
I understand the shell toe and all
Shell
that.
toe, baby. Run DMC, baby.
You're gonna go all white leather Adidas.
That's not pleather.
Nah.
Leather.
This could be pleather.
That's what I'm saying.
So they have to be shell toes, bro.
Gotta be.
I understand that.
All white leather Adidas.
Yeah.
They have to be shell toes. They can't be those.
I don't know. Don't blame me. Blame Adidas store. This is what I got.
To blame, you bought them.
They didn't have the other ones.
So don't
Wait.
buy them.
I wanted them.
No.
I thought they looked good.
And now you're being clowned for it. Let's pause.
Apparently.
I
Yeah.
got Rico. I love
I'm
it.
sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Let's pause for ID. We'll keep flaming Rico after this.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
No Royals tonight, by the way. They're off today. Okay, continue the flaming.
So these are the ones that Rico said he saw at the Adidas outlet and he had to have them. There's stripes on the outside,
No stripes on the inside.
but there's no stripes
On
on
the
the
inside.
inside.
Wow.
And they're all
I
leather.
don't know.
They have to have shelter.
Wow.
I thought they were nice.
Miles
Sorry.
Morales ones were
Adidas.
better.
I'm sorry.
So,
You might as well
I
get
like
you some
them.
Superman.
I
Rico,
like Miles Morales.
Rico would have had a burner. For sure.
I was gonna ask you if you would have had.
100%.
Do you have one now?
No, but I have another Twitter that I could turn into a burner.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I 100% would have had a burner.
Because
No
you weren't
question.
one
That's
on the
not
track. Oh, wait.
Not even-
That's
Rico, who do you
disrespectful,
think
sorry.
would have had a burner?
Because he would.
What do you mean?
Like, who do you think, like, outside of all the through out there, like, who in professional sports, acting, do you think
How about-
Denzel
no,
Washington has a burner?
No.
No, that's
Exactly.
too busy. Let's just keep it station wide.
Ooh.
There's people at the station. Who do you think would have a burner at the station, or would have had a burner at the station?
Nick Sainert for sure.
Nick definitely would have had.
Nick
a burner.
for sure.
What about the former athlete of all you guys, all you former?
Jay Foreman might have a burner. No.
I
Jay
don't
will
think
tell you.
Jay's-
No, I think
I
Jay
think
will tell
Jay-
you.
I
I
think
think
Jay-
Jay will tell you.
I don't think Jay's dad would have let
But,
him have
but
I
it.
there,
think Jay will
there,
tell
there are
you.
different levels of burner. There are people that have a burners to lurk and people that have a burner to clap back.
No, Jay's just looking on his own.
Yeah,
Vershawn,
Jay.
I was
Vershawn
gonna
and
say
Terrell
Vershawn.
would have had a burner.
Vershawn would have a
Vershawn-
burner.
Yeah.
That captain
Terrell,
show,
no.
Terrell would have had a burner.
You think
No,
so?
Farley
yes.
speaks his mind.
I think Farley would.
I
think
Farley-
VJ would have a
Okay,
burner.
he speaks his mind now. Was he the
Yes, sir.
same? Okay.
Amon.
Nah.
No.
Amon doesn't
He
talk
might have-
enough on Maine.
Amon,
Yeah.
Amon might have had it just to lurk.
I don't think he'd have it to.
I don't either. I think he'd just be on it.
Although I don't know why you couldn't just lurk on your regular one. It's not like you're.
Yeah, you can lurk without
Character.
I think he might have a burner. Adam
might have a burner.
Adam, if you're listening, message us and tell us if you have.
What about the guy I took over for? Does Nate have a burner?
Oh,
Nate Brennan.
100%.
No question, Nate Brennan.
Probably has one right
He probably
now.
got one right now. Because Nate goes in, but Nate ain't going in
Like
on his
that.
on his main.
Like
There's
he'll,
no
yeah,
way.
like he'll speak his mind, but it's not on. He won't do it on his main.
No, sir.
Because that's
Is it-
business.
Is it a Virginia Tech or is it a Colts burner?
Oh, it's
every.
He might have different ones.
Oh, that's too much work.
No, Nate, he might.
That's too much work.
Somebody asked on the.
It'd be fun though.
So
somebody asked on the line real quick. Simple.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think maybe
simple
simple
because it's a business Twitter.
because it's
more lurking. No.
Yeah, he's not tweeting.
He's not
He
tweeting.
barely tweets from
Right.
his.
No,
He says he doesn't even use. He doesn't manage his own Twitter.
Drew
So-
says Jake does.
Oh, no
one-
question.
100%.
No question, Jake Soros is
100%.
no question. DP?
Nah.
Nah.
DP low key.
DP ain't got
DP
no-
low key.
he heard you and came to the window.
No, I was coming around here to separate some of the stuff that's in here because we got too many stuff that nobody eats that everybody wants.
I'm working on it.
Everybody it's all the stuff that like Coach Wilhite would frown upon.
No, what?
That's Terrell Farley action right there with the
Oh,
donuts.
do you know how often Terrell was over
Terrell
there in
Farley
breaks?
action right there.
Terrell would
Well,
go in the
Farley,
break.
but Farley works hard enough to eat whatever he wants.
VJ
Anybody
got-
works
VJ
that
got him there,
hard.
didn't he?
No, he
Stricky
said
can't do it.
VJ
Farley
yelled at me.
Farley works when we sleeping. Farley
He's working.
sweat.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So whatever he want to eat, go ahead and eat.
Yeah.
But they in here, and my name is Pookie.
What's left in the box?
And it'd be,
What's
oh,
left
this
in the
one
box?
was full.
Those ones are full of glazed
Oh,
donuts.
I'm
I think
taking
there
some
might
to the
be a
house.
cake
It's
donut
coffee.
or two in that
It's
one.
coffee morning. It's coffee. I'll take
We
some for
have
the morning.
Snickerdoodle. We have Monster cookies.
Yeah, they cookies.
See, I don't eat either chocolate chip or peanut butter cookies for me.
We should do. Oh no, we
Mark
can't.
would
We
be
can't give it
disappointed.
away.
Why?
We can't do like
Mark,
that.
Mark.
Oh,
Mark,
these are all
Mark-
glazed. Ooh.
Yeah, Mark isn't a fan of peanut butter. I don't know about peanut butter cookies, but he's not a fan of peanut butter. He's okay with it. He'll eat it, but he's not a fan. And he
Yeah.
thinks chocolate chip cookies are boring. He says you could do so much more with
That's
them.
not
Macadamia nuts.
That's
the
what Mark
thing.
said.
That's the Onweiler in
Yeah.
him. He needs to stop that.
Macadamia nuts.
Peanut butter cookies, chocolate chip cookies, or peanut butter chocolate chip cookies is all I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm
That's
a
all you're
member of
doing?
that club.
Nothing else?
I'm simple, bro.
Have you ever had those frosted oatmeal cookies?
You talking about
You
what?
going extra, bro?
No.
Do
The
those have
frosted-
peanut butter? Do those
No,
have chocolate
I'm
chips? Are
just-
they combination?
I'm
Then no,
asking.
Kenny
Are you
doesn't
talking
eat
about the
it.
old school windmill cookies? No, you don't know
No,
about
no,
those.
These are chocolate chip, Kenny.
They probably hard as homework though.
No, they're soft.
They
Nope.
soft?
They're soft.
good.
Yeah,
They're still good.
Is that what you're eating right there?
yeah.
Snack-
You
he's
guys are
snack
they're
on.
soft.
I wouldn't
They're
touch
soft.
that.
It's murder.
So that,
It's
those are
murder
soft to touch.
We
Yeah.
need NCIS in here. It's just
Yes.
too much going
just
on
gonna
right
have-
now.
Plus, you got
have
some
crumbs.
chocolate chip with M&M's.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not peanut butter though.
It don't matter. It's got chocolate
Yeah,
chip.
Chocolate chip, peanut butter,
and there's-
or the combo,
or the
right?
combo.
DP,
Okay.
I need to know who has burners in media in the.
Don't call people
He
out.
can't- he
Just-
can't.
I said keep it stationed.
No,
Who do you
I'm
think
Who does he
saying.
would
think?
No,
have?
that's what I'm saying. I
would
think
have.
First of all, if you media, you should not have burner phone.
right.
No burner.
No burner.
Twitter.
account.
Twitter
We're just going
account.
Twitter. We're just going
Oh, burner
Twitter.
Twitter account.
Like Kevin Durant.
If you are on media, you should not have. If you're media, I'm not. If you're an entertainer,
Yeah.
which means you're not really out here trying to give facts and details and otherwise entertaining. You just being silly. Yeah, you got fake names. You got burners. But if you're out here working in integrity, my favorite saying is, "Do I have your permission to tell you the truth?"
Yeah.
Don't mess with me. True, because I'll tell you, T. I don't have that much time. I don't have enough time to do Twitter right.
I
in
am
the first
political
place.
though. I'm tactful.
No, strict. I don't have time. Like I don't have time to
I kill you softly like what's his name? Albie Shore.
I just do it. My favorite meme on Twitter is Bugs Bunny saying no. No.
Because you like Debo. You like when Debo got knocked out, when Debo knocked the dude out and he went up to his dad and he said, no.
There's too many people with no accountability for what they say on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I have a rule, like, don't come. If I come to your house, I come to your page, I need to be respectful of you and your page and your house.
Yeah.
You come on my Twitter, you better respect my crib, or I will Debo you out the club.
No.
he said,
will eviscerate you.
Yeah.
Gotta go. No.
Scorched earth.
Escorted.
DP Kenny, what's coming up on Old School?
Rico should be a part of the first segment.
Yeah, Rico,
because-
you should stay here for
I'm
Thursday.
tired of
too.
this. What's happening?
No, you're not.
Well, I know you're
tired,
tired, but you're not more tired because I was.
I got it. I got work to do.
You got
you
work.
don't.
You do have work to do, and God bless you for it. We just went. If I asked you all how many unanimous All-Americans, unanimous All-Americans does Nebraska have in football history? Unanimous, not consensus. Now, the difference is we figured that out today.
We did.
There's All-Americans,
Mm-hmm.
then there's consensus, and then there's unanimous. How many? And on the text line,
That
you
should
can
be a
be wrong.
Twitter
Don't
question.
Google it.
Jay
Don't
Foreman,
Google
Ivy
it and
League
cheat. Like, because we know they're going to cheat. Like, immediately they
yeah.
Google it.
Yeah.
Don't Google it. How many unanimous All-Americans does Nebraska have? And it's 100 since the first one was 1994.
1914.
And there hasn't been a unanimous since 2009. 2010?
Yeah, the one right after.
2010. Hey, Davis was 2011. He was not unanimous.
Well, it was suiting.
No. After.
This is why we're doing it.
The year
This is
after.
why.
There
Yep.
was one.
This is why. So we'll go through the list of unanimous All-Americans. Talk about some folks that got left off. That, you know, everybody ain't smart. But unanimous All-Americans in Nebraska football.
There you go. Look forward to that. I think Kevin Myers coming in for Thursday.
Ooh.
So we'll have that. Stricky sounds like he's sticking
Stricky
around.
is sticking around.
So we'll do that. That's up on Old School here on 93.7 The Ticket. We're back in a sec.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity for our CNC machinists to bring the talent. Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, safe environment with teams who want to excel. You will also learn 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustry.com.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air. When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options. And that's why John Henry's Plumbing is just that, options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at 435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all